You're watching Carolina and Company Live, your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your host, Amanda Kinseth and Cecil Chandler. If it's happening in the area, then it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. It is a Wednesday. You know what day that is?
That is Hump Day.
Hump Day. We got a great show lined up today. A lot of interesting people. And if you want to know what's happening, you always tune this show in at noon. If you miss it, you can check it again at 10:30 at night, right?
That's right. That is right. And you know what I am happy about?
No.
It is warm out today. And I think for the rest of the week.
Check the weather.
Oh, yeah, it's already warmed up nicely. And notice the temperatures in the 80s for most locations, aside from Georgetown at 79 and Sumter at 76. We're all seeing widespread 80s, even up to 84 degrees now in Lumberton. This is warmer than we were all day yesterday. It's been a little while since we were seeing widespread 80s. And look at the blue sky that's out there. Surfside Pier camera. Surprised there's not more folks at the beach right now. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day overall. High pressures to thank for that. It's going to settle in across the southeast and gradually drift off the coast. That's going to continue to warm us up as we head through the rest of the week and even the start of your weekend. As we get into Sunday and into Monday, though, a cold front coming in from the west, along with a little disturbance coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, will spread tropical moisture across the area, especially on Monday. So unsettled weather for the beginning of next week, more so than the end of the weekend. But there is a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms out there on Sunday. This afternoon, though, with sunny skies, it'll be right around the lower end of the 80s, which is where you are right now along the Grand Strand. Then the sea breeze will kick in and bring those temperatures down a few degrees, mid-80s inland. It'll be another cool night, not as cool as this morning, but mid to upper 50s for the overnight lows along the inland areas. Grand Strand will drop to the low 60s tonight. 7-day forecast, days in the low to mid-80s over the next 7 days. Rain chances, though, do go up. 30% chance on Sunday, 40% chance on Monday, 30% chance out there on Tuesday. But we are dry straight through Saturday, despite a little bit of extra cloud cover on Saturday afternoon. We will still see highs into the upper 80s before those rain chances increase. Not a washout for the weekend, but seeing a better chance for rain coming in here Sunday night and into Monday.
Weather is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
I'm Jason Classible, morning anchor at WPDE News Channel 15. Well, here's what we're working on today. It is day 2 of the government shutdown, and the effects are reaching the Grand Strand and the PD. What it means for local services many of us depend on, and a list of what's affected. Plus, a high-speed chase ends in a deadly crash in Hartsville after a minivan slams into a police cruiser. What officials say happened. And the cooler fall temperatures are moving out, and the heat is moving in. With all your top headlines and a look at your forecast tonight on WPDE News Channel 15.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It is a Wednesday. I can never get the day right. We're halfway through the week. You know, just tell me when it's Friday and I don't have to come back the next day, right?
I will do that. All right. You don't get to see the show before we start. Amanda walks in about 15 seconds before we go on the air. But she makes it.
I'm here.
That's amazing. I don't know how you do it.
You can handle it without me, too.
I'd get a little nervous. All right, we got a couple of things we need to talk about before we get started today. Coming up, let's see, October 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Jam and Leather here in Myrtle Beach will have 3 live auctions to support the American Red Cross. The auctions are from 2:30 until 6, and since 2002, now listen to this, Jam and Leather has raised over $125,000 for the American Red Cross disaster relief. Now, this time, Jamie will be auctioning off about $20,000 worth of leather accessories and gifts at Jam and Leather on the bypass right there in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, really good sale. A lot of fun to go to.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And he does a great, job raising money for the American Red Cross.
That's right.
All right, now coming up Saturday, October 12th, let me tell you about this in Florence at the Tex SIMT building. It's She Magazine presents She Inspires. Ladies, get ready for an entire day designed to celebrate, motivate, and inspire women, physicians, experts, and businesses you have to come to know through She Magazine will be on location there. Listen to this. They're giving away over $10,000 in door prizes.
Wow.
Can you believe that? SheMagazine.com if you want to register. Go there and check it out. It's from 10 until 5. Lunch will be served, and the number you can call, 664-0300. There's the number if you want to register for She Inspires.
Yeah, give them a call.
She inspires me.
I do.
Yeah,
well, good.
Really
I'm glad to hear that.
All right, here we go. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd, and this is Organized Week.
See, I was so organized that I didn't even know where my
it.
stuff was today.
And this is Newspaper Week. So how many people still read a newspaper? My wife does.
Online.
It's amazing. No, gets the newspaper and reads it at home. All right, birthdays today. Let's check this out. 1945. Don McLean, you know this guy, the one-hit wonder. 1968, American Pie drove my Chevy to the levee. 1961, Sting, the 62-year-old lead singer for Police, then went out on his own. 1970, Kelly Ripa, there she is, 43, the morning show host. And do you know she was a high school cheerleader?
I did know that.
All right, just thought I'd pass that out. Oh, now on this day in history, 1955, how many people remember the Honeymooners?
Like it was
Everybody
yesterday.
remembers that.
Yeah, I don't.
That premiered on TV. In 1962, The Lucy Show premiered on TV. And who sang the theme song for it? There's words to it. Izzy Arnaz. All right, 1971, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida opened up. And been making money ever since then. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's from the Know-It-All department.
Okay, when you pause and laugh,
I'm sorry.
then I'm not ready anymore.
Sometimes when I do
don't even
these,
know if I wanna hear
I wonder,
it.
should I really do this one or not? Okay, here it is.
And the answer is usually no, but
It's
you do it anyway.
dumb law.
So.
And this one is still on the books in Florida. It says, you may not break wind in a public place after 6 p.m.
I think it should just be all day, period. You just shouldn't do it all day. You know
That's
what?
on the
Just go
books. Now,
somewhere private.
You can look this up. Amanda thinks I dream these things up when I put them together. But this is true. So if you live in Florida, you can't break wind after 6 o'clock. That's the Know-It-All department
Do you have to
today.
step outside? Excuse me, I need to step outside for a moment.
I know
It's a
it.
good
I know
practice
it.
to do. You know, just try that all the time. All right, we have a great show for you today, so stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, it's Bill Langford from Core Fitness Club. So traditional weightlifting equipment allows you to work out in one dimension. The ground-based combo twist by Hammer Strength allows us to work out in 3 dimensions. You can see the rotational twist, the push, and the pull aspect. It's a great piece of machine if you're running short on time or if you just want to tweak your workout.
Core Fitness, expert staff, state-of-the-art equipment, classes, and functional fitness. Visit Core Fitness at 1141 Robert Grissom Parkway in Myrtle Beach.
What do you do with a shattered dream? An unmet expectation? When life isn't turning out the way you thought it would? How do you cope with loss? How do you handle rejection? What if God doesn't show up? Plan B, a life-changing series starting Sunday, October 6th at Wellspring Church.
And welcome back. That's what we're talking about today. Trey's here with us, and we're going to talk about what's coming up Sunday.
That's right, Wellspring Church, and you guys are starting a new series.
We are. It's called Plan B. And the point of the series is it's pretty simple. I think a lot of people go through life and it just doesn't quite work out the way they think it's going to. You know, things fall apart, plans change, maybe they make a bad decision, maybe somebody else makes a bad decision. And a lot of times what we do is even if we don't really believe in God, sometimes we blame God for what happened. You know, and well-meaning people will always say something like, well, you know, God's got a plan. And some people hear that and you're like, well, my child just died. You're telling me that was God's plan for my child to die? And so what we want to do for a month is we want to answer those questions for people. We want to help them understand how God does really play a part in our life and what to do when things don't work out like we think they should. What to do when we hit that roadblock and we have to decide, okay, we've got to start our life over. What should we do? And we think God has a lot to say about that.
That's what my son tells me that all the time when something happens to me. It had a change in my life a few years back. He said, Dad, don't worry. It'll work out. Right. He said, God has a plan.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Sure.
Right.
And when you try to make your own plans, then that's when you find out that He has something
can't do
different
it.
planned for you sometimes.
Exactly. And what we tend to find out is a lot of times the things that happen to us, they just happen. When it talks about God's plan, it's a plan to get past those things. It's not what happens to you, it's what He can do through them to help improve your life as you go forward. And we want to just give people hope for a couple of weeks.
Well, you got so many people that says, oh, God's going to help me, and they don't do anything to help God.
Exactly.
You know, that's
Yeah,
the problem.
right.
You got to help yourself and help other people and
Right.
tell them what it's about. And that's what this is going to do for you. Plan B, I like that.
Plan B, yeah. What do you do when life doesn't work out the way you think it should?
All right, very nice. And you guys are up at the YMCA in Myrtle Beach.
YMCA right off of 62nd Avenue North. We meet at 9 and 10:30 every Sunday morning. Love to have people come out and check us out.
And from what I understand, you have some great music.
We
a
do.
great guitarist,
We
I've
do.
heard.
Yeah, he's also
Great
a great
guitarist.
cameraman.
And good
Yeah.
singing, yeah.
Yeah.
Our director happens to
Yeah.
play in the band, and his wife. But you know, just a casual place to go too. You don't have
Absolutely.
to dress up. You just come
Right.
and have a good time and meet some new people.
Absolutely. If you have kids, you know, I think our children's environments are second to none in Myrtle Beach. I think they'll have a phenomenal time. I think you'll have a phenomenal time. And we do everything we can to make people feel welcome and invited, and people love it. And I'd love to have people come check us out.
Great.
Thanks,
Check
Trey.
it out.
We
Wellspring
appreciate it,
Church.
buddy.
And if for some reason you can't make it, well, you can see him online at wellspringchurch.tv, and you've got all your services.
Plan
there.
B. You better
Plan
work
B.
on it. I'm serious. You never know when you're going to need it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Broadway at the Beach is next.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. You know, Broadway at the Beach right here in Myrtle Beach is the place to go because you can find anything you want there. I mean, nightlife, day life, everything in the world is happening there. And they got something coming up now.
You know what? When we want to do something fun, we go to Broadway. Because
You
there's
got that right.
everything there, and it's great for families, and there's something huge coming up this Saturday, the Fall Crawl.
That's right. It's our third annual Fall Crawl. We've got over 30 merchants participating in sidewalk sales. We have 2 car shows that day. The Return to the Beach 14 PT Cruiser car show, those cars will be actually set up inside Broadway at the Beach, and they are really decked out.
Cool. Okay.
And then we have the third annual Grand Strand Mustang Stampede and All Ford car show, which will be in parking lots 3 and 4 on the other side of Hard Rock Cafe. So 2 car shows going on at the same time that day. Plus, we have a kids' activity area that will be set up outside the inflatable playground and guest services with our friends from Hard Rock Cafe, Sparkles, Froyo's. We at Broadway, we're going to have a bunch of carnival games, things for the kids to do, free face painting, and all of that is free to the children. And then we have a performance by Earth Music and Friends at 4 p.m. on the Coca-Cola stage in Heroes Harbor. That too is, you know, free performance. And then that night at 8 o'clock, we have fireworks.
All right.
So
All
it is
that.
just a day full of fun, and you can come out, spend the whole day, do a little shopping. We want all the locals to come out. It's a great time of year to be out there. Beautiful weather. You can't beat it.
Oh,
so.
yeah, it's going to be gorgeous. And that's what I love about Broadway is you can spend the whole day there. You do something and then go grab some food and then do something else. So
That's right.
What is this thing right here?
Yes, this is a promotion that we actually just started yesterday. It's Broadway Bingo.
Broadway
And-
Bingo.
Right, and it is to benefit Caring in Our Lifetime.
Oh, great.
And the promotion is from October through the end of January, and basically you come by our guest services, pay $5 for the card, 100% of those proceeds go to Caring in Our Lifetime.
That's
and
great.
then you spend at least $10 with the participating restaurants, keep your receipts, and once you have bingo, you bring it back to guest services for a special prize.
Ooh, all
That's
right.
good.
And it's all to benefit Caring in Our Lifetime.
Very nice.
That is great. Y'all do so much out. Let me tell you, the Mustang show is going to be unbelievable. We got 50 years of Mustangs, plus Ford products, too. They'll have 200 to 300 cars out there right next to Hard Rock.
Yes,
That's going to be a
it's
big
going to
time.
be awesome, and we've got 100 to 125 PT Cruisers that will be lined up inside the property. So it's just going to be a fun day for the entire family.
Absolutely, wow.
If you love cars, that's just you need to go just for that. But there's a lot more you can do out there, too.
Yeah, well, the kids area, I mean, that's huge, you know.
Yep,
And the kids have such a good time when they go out there.
Absolutely, and it's all free. Hard Rock's going to have cornhole games. We'll have spin wheel prizes, carnival games. There's all kinds of stuff. And like I said, free face painting for the kids. All the kids love face painting.
Yeah, and now that it's dark earlier,
Thanks a lot.
fireworks are earlier, so you can catch those at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, that is correct, because the sun sets earlier.
All right, check it out, Broadway at the Beach this Saturday for the Fall Crawl. It's going to be a good time. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
This fall is totally awesome at Broadway at the Beach with the 3rd annual Fall Crawl on Saturday, October 5th. Join us for a day filled with fun, excitement, and family-friendly activities. This year's event will feature 2 car shows, the Return to the Beach 14 PT Cruiser car show and the Grand Strand Mustang Stampede and Classic Ford car show, plus sidewalk sales, free face painting, and other kids' activities, mascots, a fireworks extravaganza, and more. One-of-a-kind shopping, exceptional dining, award-winning attractions, sizzling nightlife, and world-class live entertainment can all be found in one place. Broadway at the Beach.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Well, we love to tell you about things going on in the area. Well, there's a boot drive going on all through the month of October.
That's right. It's in the PD area, and PD area firefighters are be doing this for Muscular Dystrophy Association. It's set for Saturday, October 5th. And Richard Kelly is with us to talk about that. Richard, talk a little bit more about their involvement in this.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us today.
You're welcome,
we want to
man.
get the word out about muscular dystrophy. And some of the PD's finest are going to be out on the corners at the busy intersections collecting money, spending the day instead of cleaning the fire engines, standing up on their 2 feet, getting a little bit tired, but doing it for a good cause. We appreciate anything anybody can give, any of the change that typically builds up in people's coasters from time to time. 100% of the proceeds do go to local families for local research to fight muscular dystrophy. A lot of people aren't aware of, muscular dystrophy affects everybody from adolescents to older people like myself.
You have this, right?
Yes. I got diagnosed back in August of 2011 after about a year and a half of misdiagnoses in other areas. After about 5 weeks at the Mayo Clinic, got a definitive diagnosis for myotonic dystrophy.
So this set in later in life?
Yes. And I think prototypically, I know myself, for years, I thought muscular dystrophy was Jerry's kids.
I did too.
And that's all it was.
Yeah.
But it affects hundreds of thousands of people. There's 9 different dystrophies and several other disorders that go along with it. It's a muscular disease that affects everybody.
Wow, I say. Now, these firefighters are going to be on this let's see.
There'll be
October
several
5th.
places.
Yeah, there'll be several places all over. And they'll have boots.
They will. With their boots, they'll have their fire engines out on the corners typically as well. They'll be in their fire uniform. So if somebody's collecting money that's not in their fireman's uniform without a boot, it's not going to muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, name off some of the places they're going to be this month.
Yeah, you got some places.
Well, the departments that are participating are the House Springs, the Windy Hill, Lake City, South Lynches, and Kingstree fire departments.
Yeah,
so,
most of those are in Florence County. Yeah,
correct. Correct. As far as the intersections, I'm not totally sure of the exact intersections, but it's impossible to miss them.
Can't miss them, right?
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being
so
here.
drop in some money, whatever you have.
Right.
Keep it in your pocket until you see them. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, stick with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about the Shepherd's Table next. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Now we are talking about the Shepherd's Table. They really do a lot for the community, and they have a big fundraiser coming up.
Yeah, they got a gala coming up. This is where you get dressed up a little bit and you go show off a little bit, but it's all for a good cause. And we got Peggy and Mickey with us. Peggy, tell me about the big gala.
Okay, let me start with a little history quickly.
Okay.
The Shepherd's Table is in Conway. We opened our doors in 2008, and since that time we've been serving God's love, one meal at a time. Times are still tough. People are still unemployed. Our guests are many times without a job, underemployed, or even homeless. 5 nights a week, our volunteers come from 40 different churches,
Wait a minute,
civic
is that Pat Al there?
organizations.
That's Pat Al, a friend of mine right there. That sure is him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That is.
I was looking at the pictures. Go
Pat's
ahead.
going
I'm
to be
sorry,
there,
darling.
Janet Al. 5 nights a week, volunteers representing 40 churches, schools, civic organizations prepare and serve a meal to our guests, families, individuals. Hunger doesn't take a vacation either, nor does it take a day off. And Shepherd's Table feeds approximately 1,000 meals throughout the month. Reason for being here today is to talk about our annual gala. The theme is Carolina Harvest. It's a harvest, so come but don't get dressed up this year.
Oh,
We'll tell you
really?
about
Okay.
that. The tickets are still available. They're $50 a person. It's going to be held at the Riverside Club. The club is located on the scenic Waccamaw River, right off of Highway 90, about 2 miles from downtown. I've used up my space, so
All right,
Mickey, why don't
let's
you
talk to
tell
Mickey right quick. Mickey, what you got to do out there?
Well, as she said, it's the theme is Carolina Harvest.
Yeah.
So we're going to have pumpkins and mums and hay, and you don't have to dress up. You can wear your bib overalls if you like.
All right, it's jean time, but it's just come and help raise money.
Right, and we'll have a band there called Crystal River Band, bluegrass, Kentucky bluegrass music. And again, this year, Darren Smith from Rivertown Bistro will be doing the food, and it's delicious.
All right.
We're having a new thing this year.
All right.
It's the silent auction.
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of stuff in that, and we're still accepting things. People in Conway have been very gracious.
Well, we appreciate you being here to talk about it, too. It's coming up now. Let's get it. October 10th. You be there for Shepherd's Table. It's the Gala October event at Riverside Club. Great food at Rivertown Bistro.
And if you still have some items for the silent auction, they can just get a hold of you guys and donate those.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere.
There's no need to go to a tropical island to see what's swimming around in the ocean. At Ripley's Aquarium, right here in Myrtle Beach, you can explore fish of all kinds. Gaze into the 750,000-gallon shark tank as sharks swim all around. Get up close and personal with rays and horseshoe crabs. There are thousands of fish in every shape and size, from seahorses to clown triggerfish. Ripley's Aquarium is a fun and interactive way to learn more about the marine life, and it's right here at Broadway at the Beach.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. So tomorrow we are live with the Freedom Boat Club talking about Boat Club talking about Bras Across the Water. That's going on this Saturday. A really great event. So be sure to tune in or just come up and meet us and
we'll
say
be
hi.
at,
We'll take out a boat afterwards.
Yeah, we'll be right there at
Harbor Gate Marina. Yeah, North Myrtle Beach.
Now Friday we're going to be at the Highland Games over in Scotland County. That is always a fun time. I'm going to beat her throwing.
Laurenburg. Now, I think I won last year.
Yeah, she did beat me on one thing,
rematch.
but not this year.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here.
In Myrtle Beach, you're watching News Channel 15, your station.